What is going on, everybody? How are y'all? I am exhausted. I hope that y'all's week is going well and that y'all are having a good one. Tonight we have a kind of a more tame show tonight. It's Spider-Man numbers. Xbox is getting some trophies finally, some platinums. PlayStation put an important notice on their PS5 boxes. Final Fantasy XIV is launching on the Switch. We got that going on, and the Xbox deal is closed. That's kind of it. Like, there is some speculation about Xbox. Oh, hey, PlayStation's numbers came out and they're killing it. So just like I don't want to keep rehashing Xbox driving themselves down the toilet like a turd that's just circling and circling and circling and circling. I mean, if PlayStation's financials come out, PlayStation's doing great. Woohoo! Let's keep it moving. So tonight's show is gonna be more chill. It's gonna be a good one though. If you could hit that like button, subscribe if you have not already. We do a weekly show every Wednesday night at 8:45. Well, I say that. Starting next week, it'll be every Thursday night at 8:45. Mark your calendars for that. No show on Thursday or Wednesday. Lord help me. Did anyone scream and cry when it launched on the... No. Oh. No. That's funny. Oh, man. Oh, Phil Spencer! Gosh. Oh, that was a lot. So, yeah, do all the things that make the channel happy. It's been a long week because of work and just the heat. Did get to play some Final Fantasy XIV last night. Had a blast with Josh. That was great fun. Great fun. This thing has me going on raids, has me going every which way direction. I'm having such a good time with it. I am about to start... I'm about to start my Paladin. And... gonna try to get familiar with that, but right now I am loving the Archer. I'm about to finish up the level 30 quest tomorrow night, and so yeah, that game is going very well. If you're in the Discord, you will see that my little status bar that I've never used ever before says Final Fantasy XIV is now and Wolverine is next, and that's because if you ask me what I'm playing week in, week out, guess what? Final Fantasy XIV is what I've been playing. Hey, Thrifty, what have you been playing? Final Fantasy XIV. Hey, Thrifty, what other games have you been playing? Anything available at the Golden Saucer in Final Fantasy XIV? Like, that's kind of what's going on. I'm going to have a whole lot of catching up to do when I get home Friday. Hey, Ace, listen. You will, but you also won't. Because I am double dipping into Paladin, or going to be, I'm not really going to be progressing my Archer much, outside of trying to finish my level 30 quest and then going to see what level requirements needed for me to pick up the Bard class. Outside of that though, I'll be running Paladin. Oh, so you can be the tank. Exactly. I like being a tank. I love being a tank. And if I'm a tank, Josh plays as a healer, you play as a DPS. The only thing we're missing in a light party is one more DPS. So, like, boom. We get it going. We get it done. We get it taken out. Also, guys, if you are here, stopped by because of, the live stream last night, this is, like I said at the beginning, the weekly show. We had 75 people in the live stream last night. That was crazy. It is by far the most I have ever had on a video game live stream. And so that's really cool. I'm always a glass cannon in every game. I love that playstyle. Hey, listen, some people have their things. I like playing... So my MMO raid WoW type stuff comes from Mist of Pandaria, mainly. And that game, the WoW expansion for that was awesome. And I played as a panda monk tank. And it was cool because he had these moves where you could like throw barrels from far away. But when the barrel exploded, it would like pull everybody in close, like all the enemies. So you were able to kind of play around with that, which tanks weren't known for being like far away creatures, and it was really cool because you come in, you toss that immediately, pulls all the enemies to the middle, and then by the time it hits, your tank is right there in the thick of things trying to pull all the aggro. I love playing a tank. It's really fun. I like tons of offense and dexterity, no defense. Just hit and dodge. Hey, listen, I even enjoy the fact that, and happy accident, I picked Archer because I liked range, and I didn't realize, I didn't realize its next, that its next progression was Archer. I'm sorry, it was Bard. And so, like, as an Archer, I have skills like Bind and Constrict and something else. And they're all basically spells that slow down the opponent. And so, because of that, I heard gamers don't have a backbone. I don't know what that's about. What's up, Nelson? How are you? What's up, Fabrizzle? But yeah, so it's, what was I saying? Tanking, playing as a tank. Damn, there it went. It left me that fast. Oh, no, yeah, I just read your comment. Tons of offense, dexterity, dodge. I like being a tank because I like having to pull. I like the fact that I can just be this big behemoth just getting all just wrecked to pieces, and everybody else can be fighting and safe because I'm taking all the damage. I really love the idea of being a tank. So DPS is kind of what I start most games on, and then I usually end up going tank afterwards. That's one thing that, you know, Outriders was missing, in my opinion. Outriders didn't have a good use of the tank. I'm usually home. Oh yeah. Yep. It's on, but yeah, and like when you're gaming multiplayer. So if you're like me, I can't listen to a multiplayer show or to a show while playing a multiplayer game. It doesn't work. I have to have attention. And then if that show has any kind of, not the show, sorry. Oh, the boycott failed? Oh, yeah, well, listen, I paid for these games, except for Final Fantasy XIV. Old Man Gaming Guru, what's up, dude? Hadn't seen you in here in a while. If I'm sitting there gaming on these things, on these consoles that I purchased, the controllers I've bought, all that. Oh, speaking of that, there's a review video, kind of an update on 6 months into the Edge controller purchase and kind of what I think about it, what I feel, how I like it, things I don't like about it. Outside of the battery, like everybody knows the battery on those is shit. So it's kind of like everybody knows that PlayStation, their numbers are great. So like, why keep talking about it? Why keep bringing it up? PlayStation's kicking ass. Their numbers are awesome. So woohoo! Hey, guess what? Xbox still sucks. They're circling the toilet. Same thing here. We have. I've worked most nights. The boycott failed. Yeah, so I've paid really good money for my console and for my controllers and for everything else. And I'll be daggum if I willingly choose not to game. Not gaming because you're busy, not gaming because you got a family, a life, all this other crap. That makes total sense. But if I got the time and I sit there and look at it and go, nah, you know what? I don't want to do that. Like that's not me. I'm not that person. I'm going to get my gaming in when I can. I only get about 500 to 700 hours a year of it now. Steadily gone down the older my kids have gotten. I don't think that's a coincidence. It really has gone down the older my kids have gotten. When I first got the channel, I did 1,100 hours, I think, the first year, and then 900, and then 800, and I'm pretty sure this year is going to end up being 7. I can slide around on COD like a PC guy. The double standard and how media defends Team Blue. The double media. Okay, yeah. I was like, the double standard. Hell, did you see the thumbnail? Speaking of thumbnails, speaking of gaming, speaking of Team Blue, let's get a guy who is a free agent, no longer a part of Team Green, no longer a part of Team Blue. He is Team Grind My Gears, Jez7780 with the Gaming Grindhouse. How are you, sir? Whoops, you didn't hear a single thing I just said. That was probably my best intro ever. I did not realize I had you muted still. That's my bad. Dang.
Oh, man, don't worry. I was getting crimson glazed.
Dude, that intro was one of good old JR. Like, it was up there. It was.
Yeah,
it
you were.
was up
That's
there.
why I was just letting you know. I was like, finish you to drop your bars, and then I was like, just let me know.
Hey, listen, Dizzy. There's a couple things you can guarantee on these streams. One is that Thrifty will mess something up. Just know. See, the thing is, Jez messes stuff up on his stream too. He's just way better at this shit than me, so nobody ever notices. That's how
I mess up every week. Everybody tells me how late I am all the time. I'm like, I'm coordinating the music. I'm coordinating the topics. I was like, it's only one thing. Sharing it out.
Not to
There's
mention,
so many
you are a
things.
dad. You are a husband.
Oh,
Like,
please. I gotta it's a lot.
it's always a lot, man.
It's a lot.
It has been a lot. Today I didn't get home from work until 7:30 or 7. I didn't get out of my shower and finally like relaxed a bit. Done with dinner until like 8. And I looked at my wife and I was like, shit, it's 8 o'clock.
I know. It's my Monday. Every Monday. It's like just flies by. I know. I'm like, all right, we got to eat. I got to go. And then I'm like 15 minutes late and somebody's like, he's late again. And I'm like, oh.
Oh, man. Mid-intro at best. Steven, you be quiet, sir. That was a great intro. I had his previous faction, his previous faction, and then now he started his own. No. There was a whole story there. Like, you can't. That intro, all good intros told a mini story of that character, and I did that. Sorry, I'm full of shit tonight. Speaking of full of shit, can you believe that PlayStation put that notice out?
That's wild, man. Did they? I saw it going around the internet, but like, is it on every box in the U.S. or is it here?
Supposedly, it's on every new box. Period.
Every new console.
Yep. That's freaking
Hey,
crazy.
Dude, they said that they're going. That don't sound very cautiously.
That's not
like
very cautiously.
Yeah, no. It's like, oh, play by ear. It's like, nah. Here's like the stamp. Hey, man. I this whole thing has just been. I don't know. I don't know where to begin. I feel like I've been talking about it just like. And there's been no
I took 2 weeks
kind
off
of
from talking about it, and this is the newest thing that we've had.
I know. Well, it doesn't go away. It's like they just will not be. They were not clear on their thing. Like again, it just feel that they have dropped the ball so bad in their communication, in the sense of like what the future is gonna be with this stuff. Like is like what does that digital retail look like? Is it a box with a code? Is there still will the retailer still do it? Because that's the one thing though in that article, in that form there, it does say that it says not just the PlayStation Store, it says and at retailers it'll just be a digital format. So that does make it seem that it's going to be traditionally just like we have it, except the medium is going to be different in the sense that it's not going to be delivered on a disc. Instead, it'll be delivered on a code. Like a box with a code in it. So it does separate that retailers and PlayStation Store. Now, if they allow the retailers to change the MSRP and they could say, oh, I'm putting this box or this codes on sale for, $50, similar to like what, with that, those PC apps do, like where they discount codes and stuff like that, like CD keys used to do. And, well, they're changed now. But if retailers could just put sales on those things just like they do with physical, then really it's just the nature of what the delivery mechanism is. Is it a disc or is it a digital code? But if they're restricted to just kind of like they don't put sales on digital codes like they don't do now, then it's going to be all through their store. I don't know. I don't know why they Yeah. I don't know why they even told anybody now without the full plan. Like, what the hell's going on? I don't get it.
Yeah, that's the part where I'm at now because like I said, this is the first time. We didn't cover it last week, didn't cover it the week before, so this is the first time in 3 weeks I've said anything about the physical digital stuff, in any real depth outside of hey, we've had no news. I'm not going to cover it again. Moving on. But like this stuff right here this tells me it's probably not going away. Like it's this stuff right here, like they put this shit in black and white print on the boxes in public retail stores where the normies are going to actually see it. Like this has now left a social media. This has now left the online business rooms. This is now in your grocery store. If you shop at Walmart, this is now in your grocery store. Like, and so I listen. And at the end of the day, in January 2028, when this happens, PlayStation now, because they're doing this, has every leg to stand on to look at the gamer and go, you can't be pissed. It's been out in the wild now for 15 months. We've shown it. We've talked about it. It's there. And the sticker's on the box that you just bought. Like,
yeah, for the last year and a half.
they are giving themselves the biggest of outs that you could possibly have with this, like by saying that. Now, does it matter? No. I think people are still going to be pissed. Do people have a right to be pissed? I think so. Am I pissed? I'm just going to keep gaming. Like, I don't collect, I game. I know there are collectors. After I beat a game, the likelihood of me going back to it is very slim. And if not, I'm probably gonna keep it. I'm gonna get it on, I'll transfer it over to a USB drive or what. There's different ways that you can store your digital media. But I also like let's just say Final Fantasy X. F it. Final Fantasy X comes out, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna give a PS6 version. It's just gonna be updated res, all this other stuff, whatever." And they're like, "Hey, it's digital only." I'm buying that game. Don't care. If I want to save it and I'm worried about them yanking it from my console, I will backup save that bastard on a jump drive. I don't care. Like, and that's something I've come to grips with over the past several years, is that I am not a collector, and I never have been. Do I think that anybody who wants to be upset about losing their collection has a right to? Absolutely. Or not being able to add to their collection. But at the same time, like, if you want to move out and stop gaming, move on. Stop gaming. If you want to do what Nelson's doing and go heavy retro and Nintendo Switch, go do that. If you want to do what I'm doing and the next games that I purchase, I'm purchasing physical. The next game is Wolverine, and I already have that pre-ordered. I have Final Fantasy Resonance pre-ordered physical. Like, those are choices that everybody has to make. But this right here tells me that this, it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Could things still change? Absolutely. I think the cautiously moving forward, I think to me that shows a little chink in the armor. But is it enough? Time will tell. I can't see the future. Do I think it's going to be enough? No.
You know what I was thinking is I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing, starting next year, publishers and other devs start doing exactly what Rockstar's doing. Because Rockstar's technically just doing exactly what code's in the box, right? And I won't be surprised if we start seeing people start doing it next year, where they try out this code in the box type thing and not doing a CD.
Ooh, Square Enix is already saying that they're having to fight to put PlayStation or put Final Fantasy VII Revelation on a disc. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm like, man, please don't.
I know. Like
that's my last thing
surprised.
I want. I want the collection. That's the last thing I want. I want all 3 games in a box set, and that's it. Like,
yeah,
that's it. Like,
I don't know, man. I think we'll start seeing it next year. I think like I don't think it's gonna be that clean cut off in 28. I think that's where like Sony's putting the line in the sand. But I bet you starting probably this time next year, we're gonna start seeing people just do discs with the discs. Like they'll keep the same box, but they won't be putting discs in there. They'll put codes in there, and they won't have discs in there. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing people slowly start doing it.
yeah, I mean, they're
Publishers
talking
and
about
stuff.
with like storage issues and like
They already do with the
games
special
getting bigger
editions.
and things like that. Yeah, I mean, when was the last time you actually got
A disc in a special edition,
a
like my
disc
God of War,
with-
my
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Spider-Man 2. None of them came with a disc at all. They gave me the Steelbook, which I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? But yeah, God of War one, the Spider-Man one, those special editions, they haven't put physical games in there in a while. So like I could just see them next year, just all of a sudden, you know, probably not EA, but you'll see maybe Ubisoft or somebody will just start doing it.
I mean, you
Or
gotta
like
think
because they
about
already
it.
did it with there's no physical versions of games anyway. They're like, you
There's
know,
no physical
Hellblade 2 didn't
DLC
have
anymore.
yeah, Hellblade 2 didn't have a physical disc and stuff like that. So there's already games that people didn't do physical versions. Now if they do, it might not be a CD, it might just be a code in the box.
Yeah, that's wild.
Because I don't think it's going to be like this line in the stand, like January 1st, 2028, all of a sudden everybody just stops.
Like Y2K
I think-
over here.
Yeah, no. Like everything's just like, yep, then January 2nd, it's going to be all the discs removed. No, I think it's there because you got to think about it. If they're going 2028, they're going to have to wean people off because they can't really have like boxes with discs, boxes with codes. And they're going to have to kind of make everybody clear out their discs and then start shipping ones with codes in them instead, or the codes. And I think next year is going to be that transition year. We'll start seeing more and more of that happen across the gaming industry, that there'll just be more boxes with codes, whether they're small boxes, you know, like look like almost like Vita boxes or something like that, or they're regular boxes that they just all lazy and just don't put a disc in there and just throw a code in there. But I think next year we'll start seeing it.
So, what's up, Neil? How are you, dude? Welcome in.
Yeah, against everybody's goodwill. Exactly. Everybody's pissed off like about it, but yeah. Oh, did your stream? Oh, your stream's still live. I saw it was like lagging.
Yeah, no, is it lagging?
Well, it was spinning for me, but now it's better. Yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, I do think that, and people are gonna, yeah, I think it's gonna be a slow burn. And again, I don't know if they will just say, hey, your PlayStation 5 disc drive will work on future consoles. If my thing is that we had a whole month of somebody to come out there and kick Sony right in the nuts, due to them what they did to Xbox, and nobody took that opportunity to say we're not doing that crazy crap that Sony's doing.
But now wait a second, hang on, because that's what I was gonna say. So what's up, Josh? No, that's what I was gonna say, because you bring up all of this, and I'm like, okay, cool. So now everything I'm reading about Xbox, discs to digital. When you put the disc in, it puts the digital imprint on there. So now if you have a disc, so for me, what that would look like on a PlayStation, I put the disc in, download the game to my console, and then I could still use that game without having to have the disc, right? I get to use it. I get to use it on my remote play. I get to use it wherever and all that. I can do cloud gaming with it. Not cloud gaming, sorry. I can do remote play even without the disc in the console. That's all well and good. Once you trade that back in, the next person that uploads it or downloads it, it yoinks it off of your console and puts it onto theirs. That's pretty freaking smart. And now they're saying rumors, and this is where, Jez, I think you have your ear to the ground more on this than I do. But the rumor is now that Project Helix is going to end up having a disk drive, and that Xbox is still planning on supporting physical media in the next generation. So, I saw that today. Like, that to me, that's the move that Xbox needs to make, right? They need to be able to come out and take advantage of this PlayStation terrible, not even a misstep, like fucking jump off of a cliff. Like, they got to be able to look at PlayStation from the bridge and go, you know, if they're going to jump, maybe we can take their car. Like, do you think they have a snowball's chance in hell?
Well, the thing is if Project Helix has a disc, that means that PCs could support external disc players, but those disc players do not read Xbox games. So this will have to be a specialized disc drive for Project Helix if Project Helix ships with a disc, unless they're going to make it where unless they make it where it is actually a disc built into it, which I don't know. I think with cost effectiveness, if it's a PC, that is gonna be weird, because that's basically you're making an Xbox drive compatible with the PC. There'll be people be ripping and copying games. I don't think they could do that for pirate. People be ripping and copying games like I don't know. Again, this is crazy. Like, it is crazy. If they do put a physical disc drive in there and do this disc conversion to physical, like this disc, the physical to digital, then because it says it even goes back. This rumor goes back that it works with the Xbox One and the Series X. So the Xbox put the disc in your Xbox One. So like last generation Xbox will work with this thing. So there's nothing special on the disc. It's basically what it's doing is taking the DRM off the disc and imprinting it on your account.
Yeah.
So that's all it's doing, because it can't write to the disc. So it's just imprinting it. And this is what I was going over on Monday was like, in order for that to work, you need to connect online to transfer that DRM. So how does trade-ins work? How does sharing your game and how does offline play work? If you give somebody a disc but they don't go online, how do they pull that license from your profile if the system is not seeing that DRM to pull it from your profile?
No, dog.
There?
You still have to be online.
Well, they come to 24-hour check-ins. Is that disc even ownership anymore? Because the ownership now is stored on the cloud.
Correct.
With your DRM now is off of that disc and it's on that profile. So somebody gives you a disc, that disc could be you have to connect online with an online account in order to pull that license. Otherwise, that disc is a coaster. It means nothing because that DRM is off of that. And how does GameStop work? How does trade-ins work? Do they pull the DRMs? This was the whole 2013 questions that happened when they wanted that. They were saying GameStop retailers were going to have like a system or something where they will be able to pull the DRM from everything when you sell it back to them, or when you trade it in, they'll be able to pull that DRM back to the disc. So they're not selling a dead disc. Again, this is all rumors. This is what their 2013 plan was. And it's a whole other caveat with online check-ins and no real offline play. What is a disc ownership anymore? Because you basically own something that does not have any value because the DRM is in the cloud with somebody else's profile or something else. So like, this is a whole shit show right now. And I think Sony, what they could just do is just go, hey, the disc drive works with the PS6 and we're done. You don't have to do sharing and DRMs and all that stuff. You just put your disc in there and your disc works with the PS6 and that's it. But the problem is that you won't be having any new discs. So backwards compatibility. And that's why I was talking about on Monday, like, what is we fighting for? Like, what are we fighting for? Are we fighting for people that have like collections of games and they're worried that their collection won't go with them at the next generation? Or people that just love having a disc, a CD? And because the retail aspect seems to be still intact from what they're saying, but we don't know the details of it. But it will be something physical casing, but there'll be a code in there, which, it's almost similar to a CD that's going to rip your DRM, because Microsoft's position, people are cheering for it, but it really just confirms that there's no discs in the future, because basically it's taking a disc and turning into a digital ownership. An NFT, basically. It's turning it into a digital ownership.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
That's exactly what it is. It's taking a physical device and it's taking a physical medium and it's just basically ripping it to the console. That's what it's doing.
2028 going forward, I am now an NFT gamer. God.
Yeah, well, that's what it's doing. It's turning into a digital DRM license that gets handed off through online connections. So there you go. And that's what it is. So the disc is just, and like I showed on before on Monday, there's like 60 or more than 60% of the games on Xbox don't even have the game on the disc. You need to be online to download the rest of the game. PlayStation is about 50%. So Xbox is already at 60% from Does It Play, the people that are doing that. But I also pointed out too that Does It Play only has 78 Xbox games and almost 800 PlayStation games. So that's why they're creating a fuss, because their whole website it won't be existing in 28.
Yeah. I'm like, man, all of these retailers and stuff who are like, so I went to my Target. Target doesn't carry Xbox no more. It's gone.
No, it doesn't. Exactly. So what do people like? Where are the pitchforks at Target? Like, put down the lattes and go cry at Target in front of the Xbox section, going like, where are the games? I took a picture of it. I didn't post it,
Scream
but I was
Lulu in the
standing
middle
there.
of the aisle.
I was standing. I was standing at Target and I was looking. They just moved the PlayStation stand. They put a whole new area. It was like almost the whole aisle, and then at the tail end was a little green, sad little spot, and it looked like the clearance section,
dude.
And they had 4 physical games just laying there out in the open at Target, where they have to get the guy with the key or the girl with the key who's in the bathroom. At Target, they just had 5 Xbox games just sitting there on the shelf.
Just somebody take them. Have a good day.
Take them, please. We want to paint the rest of it blue. It was a sad little section, and there was a bunch of controllers, there was a bunch of cards, and then there was just 5 physical Xbox games in plastic cases, not in behind the key and stuff. It was just sitting there, and there were just like 5 of them, and that was it. There's your Xbox section. Nintendo had a whole aisle with the traditional Target thing. Mm-hmm. PlayStation had almost a whole aisle, except for the little green sad section. And where are the pitchforks? Where do people scream? They're screaming like Xbox is going to save physical. Go to any retail store and go look at the Xbox section and tell me what Asha has to drive a U-Haul herself to fix all these things. Because every retail store I go into, the Xbox section, even at GameStop, it's back near the bathroom. It's back near where the room is. Like, they threw it back in the corner. You have the Xbox section in the back, and then there's all the Jigglypuff backpacks and stuff. Like, there's all horse shit next to it. There's no Xbox section in my GameStop. They're all in the back. There's Nintendo up front. There's PlayStation, and then Xbox is way in the back in the corner next to the Pokemon backpacks. That's it. So tell me who's saving physical. Are they gonna just like destroy? Dude, they're leaving. They go toodaloo.
Did you see? Okay, so I don't know if your Target does this or did this. So mine has 1, 2, 3 rows of gaming stuff. It used to be Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox. That's how it was labeled. You'd go down their main aisle, take a left. You had the printer ink in front of you, and then it was literally the next aisle was Nintendo, then PlayStation, then Xbox. Well, now PlayStation's moved down, so it has the big wall now, and it not the big wall in the back, but the big wall that like walks you to the back. They got that part, and then the next aisle is Nintendo, and the next aisle, dude, I don't know. Oh man, I could have blown $1,000 inside this aisle. It had gold Astrobots. It had Kratos bot. It had the regular Astrobot. It had the freaking Mjolnir's hammer from God of War Ragnarok. It had God of War Ragnarok action figures. It had Spider-Man action figures from the video game. Like, so much freaking merch. It had the little sacred symbols lights. It had It had freaking everything. And I looked at my wife and I said, "Hey, you want to know what I want for Christmas? Just pick something from here. Like, come here, pick this, pick that, pick this, and then leave. And then I will be set." Like, I was floored. And I chuckled because I was like, damn, they're getting rid of physical games, and yet they're still pushing physical merch. Absolutely wild.
I'm telling you, man. But you want to know what? I've said before, the physical games, these retailers do not make money on them. They'll make money on your controllers. They make money on the figurines. They make money on the accessories. So for them, they really are not like, oh my God, I need a huge video game section of games. that's just kind of enticing people. They don't make money on those, so like that's why you've seen GameStop just basically go from selling used games to basically selling toys
I know
and
that
accessories because that's how they make their money.
my local game store back in the day, because they didn't have the buying power and had to go through a different distributor, they made $6 per brand new game sold. Because they couldn't get the sweet deal that GameStop got, which was $10 per game sold.
Exactly. So that's why they would rather sell you the used games than the new game. That's why GameStop purposely like only orders pre-orders, because they know that every game that they're ordering will sell. They're not going to order a bunch of games that are just going to sit on shelves and waste money.
Because their goal is for me. Their goal is the guy that comes in and goes, "Hey, I'm going to buy this game for $70 from you, and then I'm going to bring it back, and you're going to give me $35."
Exactly. Then you're going to sell it for $65.
Then you're going to sell it for $65 to some poor sucker coming in. And then they're going to bring it back to you, and you're going to give them $30. And now you've constantly backed off your number, and you've sold it 2 or 3 times now. And like, so anyways, I don't know how we got over there, but
it was a genius model. It was a genius model in the day. And then on top of that, they could offer memberships and stuff to get you even 10% more, like on their crazy markup of these games, and then do promotions where they could entice people. Yeah.
Hey, we got Isu with the $9.99. What's up, man? You don't have to do that. You're already a member. Appreciate you, dude. Since I'm never on here, I wanted to gift 2 memberships, but wouldn't let me do it on mobile. Don't worry, mine won't let me do it on mobile either, but only on certain people's channels. But happy to hear you guys live. And Jez, I'm going to training camp tomorrow. Hope OBJ and neighbors look. OBJ, wait, Grandpa Beckham is playing? Holy crap! I didn't realize that Gramps was still in the league.
Oh wow!
Did you know that OBJ was still in the league?
No. Yeah, I know. He's going back to the Giants, baby.
I thought he retired.
I know. I got to play some Madden, dude. I'm going on a training camp tomorrow. That's awesome. I'm excited for Madden this year because OBJ, they brought him back. They brought him back to the Giants.
I do remember Ace and I talked
It's the only time I'm
it.
interested in the Madden game this year because I want to play the Giants.
Nate,
I've skipped
cool,
like a decade.
Hey,
They're
Faulkie's
interesting
here.
now.
What's up, Faulkie?
Hey, what's up, man?
How we doing?
We're good. I didn't think you'd make it via your last text.
I didn't think I was going to make it either, but I think I can get you about half an hour.
Hey, there you go. We'll take it. No offense, and I hope you weren't expecting to, but we're not really discussing any of the financials that came out because there's not really a point. PlayStation did great, Xbox did shit, and that's the way it's been for like 3 years. So
that's the bottom line.
We just got done with the important notice from PlayStation now on their boxes, and now
has that been verified?
I
saw it pop up, but I don't know if it's been verified as accurate or not. I haven't actually seen.
Do you think they do that on the internet? Dude,
they actually make shit up.
Verified. Shit.
Wait,
that's good as gold right now. That's like the decoration of PlayStation right now.
It sparked my interest because why would they bother? What point? What's the point?
Oh, it makes so much sense
There's
to me.
nothing to gain from them putting it on the box. If they're doing that, it's just like pouring fuel on the fire, isn't it?
No, it's genius.
Really?
From a
disclaimer,
business,
I guess.
that's exactly what it is. So from a business standpoint, it's genius because listen to this. I said this earlier. 15 months from now, January 28th, 2028 is gonna happen. Whether we're all here or not, it's still gonna happen. PlayStation is more than likely still gonna be around. You're gonna have a group of gamers who aren't on the internet, aren't plugged into social media, don't really watch YouTube videos, don't keep up with the gaming news, and they're going to start wondering over the next year or so, because I like what Jez said about it kind of being a trickle effect. They're going to start wondering over the next year or so, where the fuck are my physical games going? Why is it getting harder and harder to find physical games? PlayStation's going to look at y'all dumbass and go, hey, we've been putting it on the box for 15 months. You've had 15 months to come to grips with this. So I think, do I agree with it? No, I've already gone on that spiel. But I can absolutely understand why they are doing it. They are getting so far out ahead of this, it's not even funny.
Sorry, I'm chuckling because you think that people are actually going to read what's on the box.
I didn't say they're going to read it. I didn't say they're going to read it.
No, I think it's funny too is right underneath the 8K.
Exactly.
It's like nobody gives a shit about the 8K.
Yeah.
What's the 8K games? It's like I don't know if they're gonna read the fine print.
No.
It's
It
one of
is
those
not
things.
about reading it at all. Do you think people read the terms of service on Netflix when it says
No,
that
it
shit's
says
gonna
right in the
auto-renew?
8K.
Hell no. But Netflix doesn't give you a refund either because it says on there, we auto-renew. Like, whether you read it or not, you still get the money taken. And so that's just that I don't know. That's what it comes off to. Like me, they are just building this line of excuses. Like, we told you already.
First couple of times I saw it, I went, the wording seems clunky, and that's why I was like, has it been verified? Like, has anyone actually got a picture of, other than just that thing that's on it? Has anyone like gone out and said, yeah, no, here's the box, here's the wording, all that sort of stuff? Because it just seems like a waste of time, unless they're compelled to do it. To me, it just seemed like a waste of time, because the impact would be they'd have to change the box, branding, printing, space on it, and all the rest of it. The shit costs money, unless they're doing it because they think they're going to save some money somewhere. And that might be, people look at it and go, oh, they're going away from physical, we'll just buy the digital only version that's $50 cheaper and we'll buy all their games online. So maybe the marketing team stuck their nose in and said, hey, we're going to do this because it'll hasten the transition. So it was just, yeah.
If it's fake,
I was
then
just
it's
chuckling,
fake.
like people, they think people are going to read the box. But yeah, no, I agree with you, Jez. No, who'd verify on the internet? It's you don't need to have sources. You don't.
It's
need
via
to be
Reddit.
accurate.
Yeah, it's via Reddit too. Nobody like.
Oh, so if it exists from Reddit, then it's gospel truth, isn't it?
That's
Yeah.
right. It has to make it to a subreddit though. It can't. No, and that's
Sorry.
the thing. Like, I knew that it was like online. I saw that Pio was one of the people who put it out, so I knew what sources I was getting into. But
It's a pain in the.
at the same time, if it's real, which make no mistake about it, we get our groceries at Walmart. Make no mistake about it, I will absolutely check next time we're there, because if that's real, that's some funny crap. That's
No, I tell you, it is.
if it's real.
Anyway, we're
Eric
not
just said
talking
it's a
about
code
business.
in the box.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on.
Code in the box.
All right. So, are either of y'all playing Beast of Reincarnation, or excited or interested in that game at all? It's not a topic for tonight, but it could be.
Interested, but I'm not paying that money for it.
Okay.
I played it for about a half hour and I crashed my computer. And then I
Oof.
deleted it.
No
Yeah.
shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Can't
downloaded it. I played it for about, I would say about a half hour. I got to one of the second. Oh no, about 45 minutes an hour, and then it went gray, and then just crashed my computer. And then for some reason, my computer needed did a BIOS update, and then I had to do a BitLocker code. So I'm afraid to boot up the game anymore. I'm like, yeah, unless that shit was just pending. A BIOS update was just pending, but even if a BIOS update was pending, I don't know why I needed my BitLocker to get back in.
Game
I was
Pass?
yeah, it was a game. It was a Game Pass I got. It just popped up. I was like, so I just decided I'm not playing anymore. It's all right. Like I played it. Like it has like the RB to fight. It has the sidekick of the wolf that could do like its own little kind of Final Fantasy type freeze action. You could command it to go do an attack. The music's good. The music kind of reminds me a little bit of Stellar Blade, like that kind of very really cool music. So I like the music. But yeah, it just for the little bit that I played, like I don't know. But when it crashed on my computer, I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm like, I'm not I'm not doing this.
Crappy that brand new games you can't trust them to actually work.
Well, Beast of
I know, we can
Reincarnation
go on
says
for
that they have
ages
daily
about
patches being scheduled right now to come out and
Well,
fix everything.
They need buy daily. That
text
shit.
Bloody
size.
PC games.
Jeez, I mean they could have delayed
And I should
it.
have known it was in Game Pass. Should have known.
Oof.
Should have known. I should have approached
quality.
cautiously like Sony. I should approach cautiously when it's in Game Pass.
So I think that Hero is asking, is this another Lost Soul aside? I can't speak to Beast of Reincarnation because I have my games for the year. But I can speak to Lost Soul aside, and from what I'm seeing from people's feedback is it looks gorgeous, and when it plays well. Like everything feels good, the story's there and all that. But it does have issues with crashing on PC, and it's a lot of their stuff is weird, like text size.
Frame rate hitches too. Oh yeah.
Unable to change text size on screen, like making it impossible to read subtitles with no way to adjust. I'm like, that's weird. Like,
yeah, and there's no like ray tracing option on PC, like a removal of ray trace, something like that. There's a couple of things. It's very limited too in PC.
It feels like it was slapped together and then just had an AI upscale run over it, doesn't it?
So
yeah, I still think Crimson Desert looks better.
So
and Stellar Blade look better too.
Well,
Stellar Blade will look phenomenal on PC if it's got ray tracing.
Yeah, Stellar Blade looks very awesome.
Hits all the right lines, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If we're talking
but
about,
yeah, they have like that fuzzy shit, like that fuzzy stuff with the grass, which annoys me. Like the grass is not clear. Like even if you do like DLSS like at super high quality, it's still you get a little bit of that fuzz in the grass, like that anti-aliasing, I guess. Like it is, or not the lack of anti-aliasing. It's like that fuzzy stuff. I don't know. I didn't have enough time before it crashed my PC, and I was doing a recovery. By that time, I was like, I'm done, and I'm not booting this thing up again.
That's some messed up shit, bro. Like,
dude, and that's PC game for you too. Like, what the hell is this? I thought I was like, I'm like, this is some crap.
It'd be frustrating. What was I doing? I was playing one the other day on the PS5.
Especially when you don't play PC that much. Like, I don't play PC a lot, and when I do, it's like,
What did I have? Oh, I was playing Broken Sword, Shadows of the Templar Reforged. I was playing that on a PS5, and it's just a point-and-click story, remastered game there. And I asked it to do something. I was trying to get through the dialogue too quickly, and it crashed.
Oh,
it's nuts. And I was like, that's helpful. Crashed out, and then it took forever to boot the bloody thing back up. But just, trying to get through dialogue too quickly, and it just couldn't keep up. I was like, eh. But it's endemic these days of so many computer system software items, games and whatnot, where they release them and the patch notes on day one is almost as big as the game itself, and then it's being patched for 3 months afterwards. It's insane.
Yeah.
And anything that comes out of Microsoft at the moment, you can't touch it for the first 6 months because it's like they've just released a shell and they're still building shit into it.
Yeah, look at the Halo. The Halo release. That was not polished as hell. Like that needed an update.
I saw something funny this morning online again about the Halo. They're talking about the argument around Xbox gamers don't buy games, blah blah blah, this and blah 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 that. Anyway, they're talking about sales. It was it 400 and something on PS5, 212,000 on Steam, and then there was 900 and something thousand on Xbox. And I went, that's interesting. I thought it was released in a Game Pass. So I did a little bit more digging. Turns out that nearly all of those sales, say that in air quotes, that were on Xbox, 90 something % of them were people paying additional for the early access in Game Pass. It's like you couldn't wait 2 days, and you.
No, it was actually 5 days. No, it was it was 5 days. Like it was supposed to come out on Tuesday and Monday, and you could play it on Thursday if you bought the early version. Wasn't
there issues with people accessing it on?
Yeah, so people got refunds. Like because Xbox Live went down on Sunday, and it was down like 16 hours, and that was the part of the early access that people paid for.
No.
That's right.
Yeah, so that's why people ask for refunds and stuff. And then the first day it relaunched, it didn't work. Like, so people pre-ordered the game, and you know what, Xbox with its horrible store could not verify that people pre-ordered it. So then what happened is that people couldn't play it on the first day. Then they got to play it on Friday, and then Saturday was all right, and then Sundays when Xbox Live went down, and that was like, so 2 out of the 3 days, almost 2.5 out of 3 days, the 5 days you had early access, basically, and people got a lot of refunds from Xbox because of that, because they paid extra for that. But this was horrible. Like, it couldn't verify early access. And then with the thing that drives me crazy is that then that dope guy, I don't know, that guy, like, who's the CFO or the technical officer, tells them, oh, we suck and all this other stuff. And everybody's like, thank you for the transparency. And it's like, dude, are you going to ignore the shit show that just happened all 3 days? Like, and just say thank you for just tweeting it out and kissing our ass? Like, they should have gave you the game for free. Like, you know, but again, if it's anybody else, and also too, this logo thing, this PlayStation box shit that's going around with this logo that basically says exactly what Sony said beginning in January, nothing different. So it's people like in shock. I don't know why they said this in early in July. But they're not going to announce that Halo people have been announcing they're getting fired and laid off from Halo Studios right after they dropped the game. And tell me that's not going to happen with the Gears team when they drop their game.
And that offloading of people from the Halo studios isn't part of the 3,200 that they said they were going to do.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Top of that. So
exactly. But no, they'll just talk around this fake Reddit thing or this Reddit thing about the PlayStation did physical thing.
Oh, man.
It's a deflection.
It is. Hey, speaking of deflections, look at this shit. This one's kind of cool. PlayStation, so we know Xbox doesn't really create anything. And I swear to goodness, Raichi, if you're here, you know I don't normally hound on Xbox, but Lord Jesus, Xbox is now getting platinum trophies later this year.
Yeah, it's finally.
We'll see.
They're finally.
They finally got voice to. They got the chat. I didn't even know they even have that.
That's
so you could not
also
record a party chat, like you couldn't do what we do, like on a podcast at all. You couldn't do that. Now I don't know if you can't even stream either. You can't still stream. You can't stream to YouTube still. But now that does that work
ability
with
since PS3?
PS4?
Was it PS4?
Yeah. PS4 stream to YouTube. Xbox never had it. They still don't. But apparently
crazy.
they didn't have like party chat recordings at all, and they just added that now.
See, this is the way to get Josh over on Xbox. All you had to do is put platinum trophies over there, and now that dude's going to be over there hardcore. Let me ask you this, guys. Let me ask you, Jez. And actually, you know what? Never mind. That'd be a wasted question on both of y'all. I'm not going to do that because I'm pretty sure I know the answer. So we're just not going to do that. On platinum trophies, though.
What if I do trophies?
No, it was going to be about if Xbox decided to fully withdraw what they had said about trying to go all digital and blah blah blah, and if they said, hey, Project Helix is no longer a hybrid, it is now a full ass console. We want to support physical media. We want to support our collectors and our gamers. Do you think that now this is, made up world fictional scenario. Do you think that they could actually pull some numbers from PlayStation next gen?
I think they could definitely pull. I don't think they'll 20%? Pull the numbers. No, I don't think so. I don't think they could pull the numbers because people have their libraries, and their libraries don't go over to Xbox. So like they'll have to start anew, and the thing is, if those games like I think it has to be a couple of things. Like it can't be just that. It has to be like, and the next Fallout is only going to be on Xbox.
Sure.
And you got to have exclusives, and not about how them exclusives. Like, and not you're gonna have to say that. And I think they got to pull games off of Steam as well to kind of bring that.
They would have
to
go full walled garden.
Yeah, they got to go back to that kind of stuff, because that's where people will invest in their console. Because if
That makes sense.
if they're just keeping their games on Steam, people are still not going to go running to an Xbox. If I do think out of spite, people would leave, and they may get, definitely, I think they would get a little bit of traction, but I don't think it would be enough to do it. And again, this is not 2013. Like Mike Ybarra is funny because he tweeted out like he says it was crazy because when they hit the 50% milestone of digital to physical, that was like huge. So when Xbox announced their thing, it was not even 50-50. But when 50-50 hit, that was big, and now it's almost 80-20, like, with physical to digital ratios. And again, there's a lot of factors. There's a lot of things where the games on the boxes, they're not in the special editions, and also stock issues. These stores are not buying as many games as they used to buy, and they're hard to find, so people just go buy digitally. So it's kind of been a forced hand. So like, how real is the digital to physical ratio? But it is there, and you could argue what it is, but it's been multiple factors. Like, it's retail stores struggling against Amazon. People buy more online. People buy more, just they want their thing immediately. People got used to more digital stuff during COVID. People were used to this digital delivery and subscriptions and just getting stuff right to their door rather than having to go out and go buy a disc and come back and load it up and wait for it to download. People just want to pre-download stuff. So like, it's been happening. So that whether that ratio has been manipulated, I'm sure, but again, it's a battle that should have been going on for the last 8 years, 10 years. If physical needed to be there, like, this should have been, the signs were all there, and they were making it harder and harder for people to go buy physical discs. GameStop not doing midnight launches, preloads. Because remember that was a big thing too. I'm sorry, Thrifty. One of the things, when I would go buy a game at midnight and then have to come home and then wait for the install and the download, and everybody's like, "Oh, you online yet?" And that like took time. Whereas now with the preloading, you could download the whole game and then it basically is ready to play at 12:01 most of the time, whether it's not patched or whatever.
So what was your last midnight release? Because I know mine.
Physical, like going to a store again.
Yep.
I don't think I ever did it for a game. I haven't done it. Oh, you know what it was? It was Destiny 2.
No.
Yes, that was the last physical when I went for a game. All the other ones I've been has been console launches, and that was it. That was the only midnight I did was Destiny 2. And I bought, and I wound up, I know it was crazy, as I was going there to get Destiny 2, just a game, and instead I walked out with the Destiny 2 console, because they had one that wasn't, nobody was, they like, oh, we have this extra one, and I got the white Destiny 2 PlayStation with Destiny 2. That was because I was going there for a midnight launch Destiny. I used to do the midnight launches for Call of Duty and for Madden. I stopped doing those, and yeah, it was Destiny 2. But before that, I went to every single one. I went to for Mass Effect midnight launches, Halo ones, Gears ones, Call of Duty ones. There was even a place in the mall that used to break the street date. I used to get games a day or two earlier from them. But yeah, that's how old, man. Shit.
That's how.
So, what was yours?
That's what I was gonna say. So you and I actually were from the same year. Mine was Assassin's Creed Origins.
Oh shit! So,
yep.
So we were the same. Yeah, okay, good. Because I thought like crazy talking about Destiny 2.
Nah, dude, Assassin's Creed Origins, because there were folks who were there dressed up like Ezio and Altair, and like it was cool as shit, bro. Like we were
the good
all
old
there
days.
just I had a necklace that was the Assassin's Creed logo. And so I had that on. Like it was freaking sick, dude. There were people there with freaking hidden blades. It was, oh man,
that's awesome.
It was so freaking cool.
It's good when GameStop used to order like pizza and stuff for people.
Yes. Yes, it was so.
It was
fun.
crazy. I remember going to the Call of Duty ones. They were insane. Holy
I was
crap.
never brave enough to go to the Call of Duty ones. Those people looked scary as shit
Dude,
to me.
it
Like
was
I'm like
crazy.
Like, dude,
It was
these dudes out here were 400 fucking pounds looking at me like I was a pretzel. I'm like, man, I'm out. I'm good.
Dude, they would come out with their drones, like their ultimate editions and shit like that, and they'll be beeping and be dude, it's and then the craziness, they're almost getting killed getting out of the parking lot because everybody's just trying to get the hell out of there to get home as quickly as possible. So it is, yeah, those were those were the days. Yeah, the only midnights I've been to now, like really, have just been console launches, and then even that, I pre-ordered it and they came in the mail, but I did Best Buy a couple of midnights, but yeah, I went to the Switch one, but yeah, that was it.
That might be why I love Origins so much, just because I got it day one. I got it, and it was one that I was actually excited about. And so, actually, wait a second. I remember the Assassin's Creed cosplaying. What other? Hang on. Other games released.
Can't keep yourself straight.
October 27th.
Faulkie, when was your last midnight launch for a game?
What? I'm almost ashamed to mention this one. Batman Arkham Knight.
Oh, hell. That's a good one.
It's a good one, but that's even further back.
That is further back.
Isn't that? I was saying Destiny 2 was mine.
It was that.
That was the last time I actually paid full price for anything. Was that, and that was
Holy shit.
Jesus.
Yeah, and that was I got the PS4 that day. Got a second-hand one. I got a white one actually. I was really happy with that. I got a second-hand white one earlier that day, and because I absolutely loved Arkham Asylum, and I thought
Arkham Asylum was incredible. I loved Arkham Asylum.
And then Arkham Knight was coming out. It's like, yeah, I'm getting this. And the local EB Games had a midnight launch for it, and they had like 2 copies left that you could put your name against because they pre-orders, and they had a few more. And I knew the guy who was the manager there, and he said, "Oh, I've sort of stashed one for you if you want to come and get it, but you got to get it at midnight."
Cool.
Like, so that was the last one, and I've never paid full price for a brand new game since.
Oh man!
And I've done pretty much, with the exception of I think 4 or 5 games. I've never.
Why would you get it? Like you have discount codes, or you just like?
No, I just
trade in.
No, I just the time. Because I don't spend a lot of time gaming. It's from one game to the next. It's not a quick cycle, and I was always buying sort of second hand. You get new games
gotcha. That's
in the
why.
store again second hand pretty quickly. This is why I got so cranky with it, the disc thing. The second hand market. But
you're right.
When later in the PS4, so when the PS4 Pro and the store really got going and all that sort of stuff, and they're having sales all the time, and then in PS Plus and that, I don't think I've paid over 20 Australian dollars, which would be about 12 to 15 US at most, for a game at a part of 10 years. So, yeah, it's been a while. And it's if I see something like, what came out recently, The Adventures of Elliot.
Oh, it's so good.
That's a brilliant game. I'd love to play it, but by the time I get around to playing it, it'll have been on sale 2 or 3 times. It'll probably be down around $30 by then. So I'll just hang out and play something else that I've paid nothing for until it gets down under 20, and then I'll get that. By the time I get there, all the Trials in the Sky and Trials of Horizon, all those games will be under $20.
Those Call of Duty games just dropped to 20. They were 40. The Black Ops 2 and 1.
There was one that released like not even 2 months ago, and it's already got like 50% off.
Dude, it was Black Ops. Black Ops released the beginning of this month, and now it's $20 now instead of 40.
Yeah. That's it.
Black Ops 1, 2, and 3. Or Black Ops 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it? It's
it is crazy.
And it's different. Different things for different circumstances. But when you're talking about games being, physical media goes away, and then the digital, and there's the storefront, and it's all the rest. It's like it's still supply and demand, just a different perspective. If they've got
It
games at full
is
price and they're not selling them digitally, it still costs them
digitally.
the same amount of money to have it sitting there or not. Whereas in
Yep.
retail, you can dump it and put something else on the shelf. They've got to
Yeah.
put it on sale, and the amount of sales, like, what was it? It went 10 days. No, it wasn't even that long. It was like 4 days stretch where PlayStation Store didn't have an active sale going, and it was the first time in like
No, first
4
time
or 5
ever.
years or something like that.
It was the first time.
First time ever that
ever.
they didn't have an active sale going. It was 4 days.
Yep.
Yeah, because you're right, because those two games are only digital, and actually, and them being aggressively that on sale, like, you know what? There's no indication that because they're digital, that doesn't mean they go on sale. It's not as aggressive as like a Walmart or something. And yeah,
well,
they
they've got
weren't there,
to find you got a bigger storefront to compete with, and they've got to be aggressive with their pricing point, because if it doesn't, if it pops out against something else and people are buying the something else, they've still invested the money to make it. Digital only just means that they've got a faster way of getting it deployed to the market, but everyone's doing the same thing. So, there's plus and minus all over the place for a digital only future. There's some really big issues that need to be overcome from post-sales support and all the rest of it. But this notion of, we want to be able to trade games, we want to be able to trade them back in, all the rest of it, like, that's not how it's going to work. There's not a physical value to it because it's an intangible asset. But I would really like to be able to gift games.
Yeah,
I think
gifting
that's
is cool.
a big one. If you can get them on your friends list, you can gift them. You can either gift them a game, or you can gift
That'd be
them
cool.
like credits or funds in their wallet or whatever it is. That sort of stuff I think is a big step forward to start to fix the broken that's there. And whoever gets to do that, whoever's the first in for doing that, is going to win a lot of mind share. But
Or can't you mean first in between Xbox and PlayStation?
you
I think
already do it on
Steam already
Steam.
does that,
can't
right?
You could. I think you could. Can you gift games on Xbox? I thought you can.
I don't know.
Can you? I think you can.
You
And Steam,
used to be able
PlayStation
to,
can.
but I don't
I've
know
never
if you
wanted
can
an
now.
Xbox game as a gift, so I have no idea.
There you go. That's it's equivalent giving coal.
It really is. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want this shit.
No, but coal is useful. You can get something out of coal.
Nah, I think you can gift games on Xbox, and you can gift games on Steam. Yeah, PlayStation you can't. Like I said, they're
No,
behind
it's
on
so
kind of the
weird.
digital. Their refund stuff could have been a lot easier. But should be able to refund directly on the console. It tells you how long you're playing a game.
Listen, bro, after Steam
reckon-
did theirs, PlayStation just should have came out and said, you know what, that sounds great. We'll do that too. Like, it's just
Yeah, I suspect that the PC, what do we want to call it? The PC adventure of Sony. It showed them an awful lot of stuff behind the curtain that they didn't already know, and I think some of it scared them away. I'm sure some of it scared the crap out of them.
Can I have you
I think
unpack that
that-
a bit? Can you give me like one or two things that they might have seen?
Well, like
that scared the crap
piracy,
out of 'em?
or you think the PSN login?
So you remember the thing with half the world not being allowed to access a game because they had to do some kind of access agreement or some tracking thing that they had no clue about, and then suddenly they got in trouble with a dozen different major regulators about not doing it. The PSN ID or whatever it was. The piracy thing is another one. Operating with the Steam storefront and just how fast people can get refunds on games for, I don't like it, give me my money back, and then suddenly Steam's chasing the publisher for, well, they've refunded the game under our terms and conditions, you've now got to give us our money back. Those sort of things. But just touching on what we're talking about now, the ability to do gifting and those sort of things that's been in Steam for a long time. I reckon they took one peek behind the curtain and went, holy crap, there's a minefield here that we're just not ready for, and we don't actually want to play in this sandbox. We'll go back to doing what we think we know really well, and we'll just tighten up our little garden fence and go from there. Because it's certainly, like, they made money. They made enough to cover the venture. They didn't make enough to make it a highly profitable. Let's keep doing it, but let's say that lack of better terming, the same. They came out about break even, but they learnt a lot of lessons. They had a lot of burns on their arms when they pulled their hands out of the fire.
Like, hey, we made this work,
You know,
but let's not do that again.
I think they got glazed up by their fans. Like I think that's the thing. I think they thought that everybody loved their games so much that there was this audience that they could kind of bring in, and I think they realized that, nah, man, you've taught the PlayStation audience, like, these are the franchises and they love, and really outside of that, those people on PC, they got their own games. They really don't want your games as much as you think, because you got to think about it. Like, if you're in this, like, you're like this is the thing. It's a perfect example. Like, you're like the valedictorian in your high school, and you're like hot shit, and you're like, yo, everybody knows me. I'm like popular. I'm like, I'm the smartest person in school. But then you go to college, and it's like, you're not the smartest one anymore. You're actually maybe the dumbest.
Yeah.
It just shows like you're in like you're a small fish in a big pond, and now you're on PC where there's billions of games and stuff like that, and people already have their own audiences and what games they like, and your games.
Absolutely.
They're not that they're not good. It's just that people are really just not interested in them, and maybe they thought they could. Walk on water with Last of Us. Everybody wants Last of Us. Look at the fandom.
Yeah,
it's like
I think
outside of that,
years now, y'all talk about Naughty Dog, because if I start, I won't stop.
Yo, what the fuck?
Yeah,
No,
so
man.
part of. I agree completely with you, Jez. I think you're accurate in that assessment. The two things I think which were where the reins got loosened a little bit was when they said, one of them was when they said, the studios want to put games on PC, and we'll back it, and the outcome of that was to try and justify it. If we put our games on PC players will buy the console, and that's how we'll grow it.
Yes.
And when more than 50%. And that was the qualifying point in my analysis, but much more than 50%, nearly 2/3 of those who bought the games on PC already own the games on the PlayStation. There's no growth in that. That's not growth. That's double dipping from the same person. Yeah, it's money in the door, but it's not growth into new gamers, because it's not growing your player base.
No.
Any kind of rate that's going to be sustainable. Yeah, there's an injection into China and India and a couple of other places where gaming is predominant, like 90-something% of it is on PC, but that's not how you get them to move over if no one's really buying the games, because they're already playing what they want to play there and they're not looking at it. And that's where I think it was, I wouldn't call it a failure, but it didn't achieve what they needed it to, but they didn't go broke trying to do it. So it was a bit of A and B, and you're never going to get there if the fans have, as you said, have glazed you up. It's
they thought maybe they thought they were hungry over there, and also too, I think the other thing is the bad ports. The fact that they weren't able to get enough ports, because the one that the studio that they had was doing good ports, but like when they tried to farm it out to other ones, it was just bad PR for their big franchises. Like the fact that you have your revered franchises it's funny. Here's another analogy. It's like your home recipe that everybody comes over your house to eat. And now you give your recipe to the neighbor and they start making it, and people go there and they're like, it tastes like shit over here. And you're like, yo, this is my call to fame, is this recipe. And the fact that you have Last of Us in these games that are getting just destroyed in user reviews, and you have yellow and red marks next to these games that make your meal ticket, that's not good PR and imaging for them. That does not help their franchises. That does not help anything, because their games now that with their bread and butter are getting shitted on because they got bad PC ports. Problems that you didn't have to deal with before.
No,
you made that problem.
You look at what happens if you get one, when you stake your reputation on, we don't make bad games, we don't make broken games, and all of a sudden you go and play in someone else's sandbox and all they see is broken rubbish.
Exactly. Bad user reviews and shit. Yeah.
So
that's eye-opening.
Spinning this back to what we were talking about earlier, Beast of Reincarnation and Lost Souls aside, and a lot of those ones which are PC, PlayStation, Xbox, if they're on it yet, where they're building for multiple SKUs and it's the first time they've had a crack at it. And the PC versions are rubbish. And they're just constantly bashing out patch notes, patch notes, patch notes. At some point in the build, they must have known that building for 2 totally separate units was going to be a challenge. But when you prioritize one and then port to the other, why wouldn't you just do what a lot of them do? Is just, we're just going to launch on this one first, make it work,
Launch on
and then
console
we'll put
first.
it through. Yeah. Focus on one thing and then go to the next. And like you say, Stellar Blade's going to be, you know, it's phenomenal on a PS5 Pro at the moment. If it launches on PC, has it launched on PC? I can't remember now.
I think it did. Yes.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, that thing is pretty melt your face.
But you see the sequel now is going everywhere, right? Or the sequel or the So let's see how that is.
Yeah. But I mean, if you get a reputation for spitting stuff out that doesn't work, and people get burned on the first go around, then they're not going to come back for the second one. You got to get it right the first time, and it's not. I say it's not difficult. There's so many publishing houses that you can contract in, development houses rather you can contract in, or publishers that can give that support. You know, don't be a cheap bastard. Pay for it and get it right the first time, because you might not get a second time. Anyway.
And you know what else too? I think that really pissed off people too, that the developers, is Unreal 5 sucks balls, and I can't believe that Epic is able to get away with the shit that they did. They destroyed this generation with Unreal 5. They absolutely destroyed it. It does not make it does not make the games run well anywhere, and it requires so much. There's no optimization for it. It's trash, and I think Epic, because they don't give a shit. Unreal works on their Fortnite. They could care less about their engine. That's not their bread and butter anymore. That's like extra money for them. That's like pocket change, because they make their money from Fortnite, and that's where Unreal 5 works. But if you want to license out Unreal 5, back in the day, that was their fucking money, because Unreal Engine was like the reason why it wasn't all these other games that they made. It was the Unreal Engine. And the fact that they have Fortnite shows how much they give a shit about their engine, because it sucks.
Yeah, I think
they ruined the whole generation.
The saying is, you bite off more than you can chew, and then you chew like hell. I think they just jammed the whole pie in their face and forgot to open their mouth. The part of the other issue that, and I've got to jump off in a second, sorry, but part of the other issue I think they have is they've developed UE5, or what they thought predominantly the PS and Xbox was going to do with that technology, and forgot about where the whole data center AI thing was flowing through from. They've built an engine that's demanding off the hardware and not supplementing it in another way. And I think it's funny that Sony is to a large extent did this, and others have done it too, but Sony went, our machine learning, or whatever, our PSSR, or whatever it is that we're doing with AMD, we're doing this, and we haven't even bothered to talk to Unreal about how they think it might work with UE6 or whatever it is. But Sony owns part of Epic. It's like giving them the Steve Austin salute from the top rope. It's just like, yeah.
It's... And they demonstrated the Unreal Engine on a PS5, dude. That's how messed up everything is, man. That was the first reveal of it.
Yeah, I'm coming now. Anyway, I've got to jump, guys. I'll catch you later.
All right, man.
See you, man.
Hey, guys, go follow Faulkie. He's on X. His link is in the description. So, as we're talking about all this stuff and all this bullshit, and games getting extra editions and updates and patches and all that, Spider-Man 2 got a patch recently, and I know that is a terrible segue, and it doesn't really fit that well, but we've been talking about that last thing for like 40 minutes now, so we're going to go ahead and move. Spider-Man 2, their player counts have increased over 300% because of the new movie, which, by the way, I haven't seen it yet. Please, nobody spoil it. I have stayed away from everything spoiler-wise. Also, fun fact, for those who dislike the MCU but love Spider-Man, you will be happy to know that since Endgame, there are 4 movies that have grossed over $1 billion for Marvel. Spider-Man, 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 Deadpool. That's it. So anything outside of the MCU has done pretty damn good. Anything inside the MCU has done pretty damn awful. So, with that being said, this movie has come out, and not only have they increased the sales of Spider-Man 2, a 3-year-old game, but if you watch it, and I have seen a couple clips from it, the combat in this one is 1,000,000% based off of the combat in the video game. Like, undeniable.
Yes.
Undeniable.
I saw that movie.
And it looks cool.
The whole, I'm telling you, they basically made the game. Like, I'm telling you, when you watch that movie, like, there's segments in there that you're like, right. Yo, that's right from the game. Yo, it's right from the game.
I'm on call this week.
It's so good. Even the combat, the way they have him like getting the missions and stuff like that. They basically made just the game.
I'm really excited, but this is the thing that PlayStation does. This is what having IP and knowing what the hell to do with that IP actually works. So, as much as I hate The Last of Us Part 2, The Last of Us Remake, Remaster, Remakester, all that other bullcrap, the fact of the matter is that whenever Last of Us Part 1 came out on TV, it sold a crap ton of the video game. When Last of Us Part 2 came out, or Season 2 came out, it sold a crap ton of the second video game. Same thing with Twisted Metal, same thing with Fallout, same thing with, oh, crud. What was the other one? Heck,
Minecraft.
Minecraft? Oh, yeah, dude. Minecraft blew, it was already huge, but it got freaking insane.
Dude, I went back and played Mortal Kombat after I saw the Mortal Kombat 2 movie.
Absolutely. Like, being able to double dip like that is so helpful when you can become cross-media. And for lack of the better part... sorry.
Look at Mario Galaxy.
Dude, okay. Listen.
Sonic.
You say that
movie.
shit. You say Mario Galaxy. We've watched that damn thing 3 times in the last week.
It's so good.
And I actually don't like it.
Oh, you don't like it?
But, well, okay. I love it because it makes me want to go play Mario. I hate it because there's like 1/3 of the amount of dialogue and story in this one. It literally is just like you turned on Super Mario World and you're playing through the levels with very minimal narration. Like, it plays, the movie plays like the video game. The first one, the movie played like a movie. And so this one but as I'm watching it, my son's asking, he goes, Dad, is all that stuff you can actually do in the game? Because he has a Switch, but he's never been a Mario guy, ever. And so I was like, I don't know, but I have a feeling I'm about to have to go purchase some Mario games. Because it literally does that, though. Like, I'm watching it, and I'm remembering all of the levels from the Super Mario World. I see Bowser's security cameras are all 8-bit Nintendo Mario style graphics. So as Mario and the companions are walking through one of Bowser's castles, you actually see, like, on the screen, it's the gray castle, the red lava with it looks really freaking sick. I thought it was really cool how they did that, but all it made me want to do was just play the video games. And so when you can cross those and when you can get that big of a jump, it's the reason why you'll have a shit, dude. When God of War does it, it's the reason why you're gonna have so many more sales jump up of God of War Ragnarok, a game that's already sold a bunch of stuff. When Ghost of Tsushima, when that game or when that show comes out, they're gonna end up with the same thing. Like,
yeah, the effect is real, dude. The virality of it, it actually, they've seen that that it like, and also too, they put Spider-Man on sale, and I was surprised because they're sort of like as the top sellers on Best Buy's website. right after the movie, and I was like, yeah, well, it's just that's what it does. And the only problem that I get worried about is that they stop making the games with that in mind. Like, oh, we'll make a movie, we'll make a comic, we'll do this. You know what I mean? Like, and not make it happen naturally. Like, you know, that they'll start creating games with this all in mind. And that's like what Asha says, where she was saying about her, like, we're going to do franchises that actually have, you know, that could be that transmedia and stuff like that, which I don't like that being the initial conversation. Like, you're not making, are you making Fallout because a Fallout needs to be made? Or are you making because you want to have the TV show season 5? And it's like, oh, because then people realize it, you know?
Yeah, and I remember the PS2 and PS3 days when people would push video games to licensed IPs to match a movie release, and the games were always shit.
Movie games. Remember the movie games? Like the game of once.
Bad.
Spider-Man was a cult. Oh, there was so many movie games.
Oh, it was so bad.
That was like a thing.
God. And you knew that if it was a movie game, it was just awful. Like, there was...
Yep, if a game came out near a movie, you're like, do not buy. That's a movie game. And they're like, what? What's a movie game? It will be, and it wouldn't be made by a developer you knew. It'll be like some like friggin' weird-ass developer just like making some movie game. Yeah, I remember that, man.
I'm trying to look up some of these. Video games and movies based on film. Yes, Indiana Jones had some. The Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Jankies.
Three Ninjas Kick Back. Man, I forgot about some of these. Holy crap.
Ninjas Kick Back.
Addams Family Values. That was a Super Nintendo game.
Yes, Treyarch made Quantum of Solace. What's that one? No.
Okay.
Alice in Wonderland. Digital Clips was a bunch of them. What had Aliens games. Oh shit, a lot of those.
Beverly Hills Cop. Jeez. Demolition Man got one in 1994. Holy crap.
And then they had some like bootleg voice actors too. It wasn't like the character from the movie.
Oh, that's what like bothered me the most. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have Space Jam: A New Legacy done by Digital Eclipse. Oh.
Lego the movie game.
Yep.
Well, they used to come out the same day as the movie.
They
like
did.
It would be. That's like a movie game, and you would not. Those were traps. You do not buy those.
Yes, and I'm trying to see if I can't find some, but yes, those are the Muppet Movie Adventure, Kick-Ass 2 the game,
Kick-Ass 2.
Jeez. Ooh, there was a success story. Lord of the Rings had one that was so fun. You played as like one of 4 characters, and it was almost like a gauntlet style. Oh, that one was so... Return of the King?
Oh, yes.
Was it Return of the King?
I forgot which one it was, but I know which one you're talking about.
I don't know. It was great. I loved that game. The controls sucked. It's just like Batman Return. Good game. Controls sucked. Like, there was always something wrong with the game if it was a movie title. Always.
It was a low budget, quick game.
Yeah.
It was always rushed just to get it out with the movie.
So, that is what I think. People are, like, talking about Game Freak and all that. I think that what happened is Beast of Reincarnation needed a November release date. They needed 1 to 2 more months with the game. And because of GTA, they had to bump it. And then September and October got super full. And because of that, they had to back it up again. So that's what I think really happened. I don't think it was ready to go. I do think they rushed it, and I think they did because they wanted to give it a big window, but... Which, I mean, on one end is good. There's not really any big titles coming out in the next week, so if they have it all fixed
Token tomorrow!
Okay, I don't do fighting games, my bad. So
And Madden!
Marvel Token. Oh, yeah. Yep. Damn.
They're screwed.
Yeah.
Nobody waiting for patch 2 and 3 with Madden and friggin' Marvel Token.
Well, because you just
and
picked
Gears Beta.
You picked 2 genres for people who like will drop everything to go play those type of games. Like your sports gamers, they will drop everything to go play their sports titles. Your fighting game people, they're gonna drop what they're doing to go play their new fighting game. So like
that's why they put it in Game Pass too. That's another
makes total sense. Yeah.
That's another kind of crazy thing that they took a brand new IP and put it in Game Pass on Xbox because they probably figured that they're not going to play that kind of game on Xbox. You know, that typical. Yeah, that's how Xbox gets some of those Japanese games because they're just like, yeah, we're not going to sell a lot. We'll just take a check from Microsoft and make our money there. You know, take that risk.
So
that's probably what they do. They take the bag.
I think we. Speaking of taking the bag, now that is a good segue. Holy crap.
There you go.
Dude, Electronic Arts.
That is a good segue.
They definitely took the bag on this one. That
call them Prince Electronic Arts now.
Yeah.
They're royalty.
It's
Arabian.
called the Public Investment Fund of Electronic Arts.
Saudi Arabian.
Let's go. Like
Saudi Arts.
So, is this... Let's fast forward 2 years. Does this deal as a net positive or a net negative? In other words, are the games going to be coming out? Is the Frostbite engine not going to suck ass anymore? Is like, you know what I mean? Is Respawn still going to be able to work on the conclusion of the Jedi trilogy? Are we going to get that? Are we still like, you know what I mean? Is this going to be a net positive or a net negative? Again, Josh said net neutral because he can't just pick from the two I gave out. What, what do you
I'm
think?
going to tell what I think. The way acquisitions have gone, this is a net negative.
This is a net negative, right?
Anybody buying any shit about games, and we are going to get screwed. There you go.
So,
and
what
that's
do you think?
it.
30%? 20% released over the next 2 years?
I think you see studios shut down. I think you're going to see games not getting made. I think there's a shit show. And EA just walked out with the bag.
Well, did y'all see that, like, the fucking head of EA or whoever the hell he is got, like, a $50 million bonus?
That's all it's about. Just yeah. That's why I said that's what it's about. It's not about the games. It's not about the IP.
Big Booty Bobby is back. Holy shit.
I said they want his Big Booty Bobby ass. I'm telling you, like it is. They have basically turned. It's so crazy that we're watching the game industry just punch itself in the nuts because they're all trying to cash out. That's all they're doing. They're just standing there, They want you to sit there and just punch yourself in the nuts continuously because the industry is hurting itself. I've never seen an industry that has so much fandom and just destroy itself with this stuff. And they're all just walking out with the bags and they're selling their souls, their IPs. They don't give a shit about sequels. They don't care about creativity. They just want to get this shit off their plate. And nobody knows what to do anymore. And it just amazes me how the industry has been so stupid. Like all of them, Xbox, PlayStation, even Nintendo, some of Nintendo's decisions and shit that they're doing, and nobody kind of gets. They don't know what to do. This free-to-play model, the cell phone models, the games that take forever, everybody just buying everybody up because they don't. Look at what happened. They buy them and then they don't even use them and they shut them down. Do you think they care that Volition is never going to make a Saints Row game or never going to make any other game from Volition or? And you go back in time, and you say, what's his name? Nick is going back and doing retro games. I go back and go look at retro games. It's amazing how many games are being made by studios that don't even exist anymore. And we were getting shit ton of games. Yes, there were a lot of bad ones, but there were gems in there, and it was just creativity. Everybody was just doing whatever the hell they wanted to do. And now, they're not. And EA, they're done. They're done. Madden's never going to get better. I just played NCAA football. I got it in sucks.
Oh no!
They haven't changed shit.
Okay,
I clicked on
then.
I clicked on what's new, and everything is Ultimate Team, and I'm like, what the fuck is new? I'm like, I clicked on, if you go to NCAA football and go on to what's new, I went through it and everything was Ultimate Team. And I was like, skip, skip, skip. I'm like, what's new? And you the game, it's the same stuff. And for some reason, like the intros look cool, but the cuts between the intro cameras, there's a stutter. Like it stops.
On
And
college?
it's so on college football. Like there's a stutter. Like have the opening ceremony when they're all running on the field and then they cut to another camera. Every time they do it, there's like a very hard stop, like a stutter in the animation or just a stop. Like it doesn't look smooth, and the game is similar. Like they really haven't evolved much of it. And again, I don't know. They try to add a lot more atmosphere in those games. The characters look so generic, and the people look like the same models they've been using for all these friggin' years. Like I don't know. I want to see what Madden's gonna be. I'm excited just to try the new rosters, but I don't know what even that. I clicked on what's new in Madden. Did you see that? Go to the store and click on what's new in Madden. It's a Vince Vaughn commercial. I'm like, what's new in Madden? I clicked on it and it's Vince Vaughn building a team, and I'm like, it's a whole TV show. I'm like, what? I guess so. You see this GM mode in it? There's been GM mode. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, well, what's the gameplay changes? Is there a better challenge system? No.
It's always funny watching Angry Joe do his Madden review, because what he'll say, and he'll go, the way EA operates is they will take away a feature like GM mode. 2 years later, they'll bring it back as an all-new feature.
all new. It's the same feature.
Yes, and he's like, and fun fact, they changed nothing. All they did was they took the mode from 2 years ago and slapped it in this game.
Yes, they have not improved the replay system, the challenge system. The challenge system should be like how FIFA does it, where it's like they have like the camera, like it's AI, like it's actually so close that instead of predetermined challenge systems, like they make the challenge system still sucks. You can't challenge half the stuff they do in real. NHL, they didn't even add the challenge mode in there. You can recall goals and challenge offsides and everything in NHL. Those rules have been in the system for a couple of years. Can't do that. I don't know if you could do that in NBA 2K either. Like, where's stay there with the times. Where's the challenge system? Madden has not improved its challenge mode.
No, their challenge mode has gotten worse. It used to be really good.
It's like challenge the out of bounds.
It used to be when you had a chance. So there were 3 different camera angles they would show you. If you lost it completely, they would show your foot stepping out of bounds. If you got it completely, they would show your foot inbounds. If it was a 50-50 call, they would show the camera angle from the guy like jumping and would never show his feet. And that's how you knew, okay, this one can go either way.
Exactly.
Now, man, if you challenge it, you're just screwed. You're like, all right,
you just lose the timeout.
Yeah, you just lose the timeout. That's it.
Because the system is like, and the way the anime, I'm going to tell you why I deleted NCAA. I threw a ball, Hail Mary, and foot down. My guy caught it in the replay, and then as he came down, it looked like he got a knee in his ass, and then he just like stood there straight like a broken thing, and then just fell to the ground and dropped the ball. And I'm like, what kind of animation is that? He like froze in midair, like straight down, and he dropped the ball. But he had the ball in midair, and as he was coming down, somebody pushed him. But it looked so unnatural because then he's just standing there straight, with arms straight, like he's broken, and then falls to the ground. And I'm like, fuck this game. I'm like, I'm deleting this shit. I'm like, he caught the ball. But Madden's like, oh, it's Rutgers. They're not supposed to catch balls.
That's all they catch.
That's probably what that's what NCAA said. Oh, Madden and Rutgers. Oh yeah, they're gonna drop down. And the guy just dropped the ball. He had it. Nobody tackled him. He just like came down and like just dropped the ball. Like it came out of his hand. Like you could just see the left and right. I kept going back and forth, and the ball was in his hand and then out of his hand, and nobody touched him. He was just coming down. It was like they said, "Oh, Rutgers is a 30% chance he catches it."
Hey, what's up, Lord of the Ring?
With Madden.
Yeah, it's
Saudi's gonna do you? I didn't even follow the whole thing.
You're breaking up.
Did they say why they sold it?
No, so this was. I think they just wanted to go private, is what they wanted to do. I think that's what it is.
So are they private now? Is that what it is?
So. I don't know.
Own?
You are asking. So Faulkie was supposed to be here for this part of the segment.
Faulkie, get back here.
Faulkie, I need you.
Get back here.
But so I don't actually know how this works. I know that they wanted to go private, and I'm guessing because this is called the Private Investment Fund, that it is going to operate kind of like WWE does now, where they are private.
That has gone downhill with that horseshit.
Well, of course it has. Nobody can book a match or do a show to save their damn life, and they're on a wrestling
trash,
show.
man.
There's
I
31%
watched
wrestling now.
It's horrible. I can't believe they have all that talent, and it's the same friggin' people.
Yeah, it's quite. It's. I can't believe they have all that talent, and it's the same people. Yeah,
Same people.
I get it. There was not. So this is going to get us onto wrestling. Hey, we got 15 minutes left. That's fine. Hey, so listen to this. We got 41 people in here. We have 14 likes. I need y'all to make those numbers a little closer.
Hit that like button,
Come on
grinders, now. Or thrifty grinders. Hold on, I'm getting kicked out of the thing. I was asking AI why they sold them. EA, why did EA sell themselves to the Saudi company? And I was trying to get that. And then you talked about wrestling. EA agreed to $55 billion leverage buyout, a consortium led by Saudi Arabia's public investment group, PIF, to deliver a massive immediate cash payout to public shareholders while taking the company private. Shareholders received a lucrative $210 per share. Relief from public market pressures. It's going to free EA's executive team from intense quarterly earnings and scrutiny. Does this sound like great games are coming? Fuck no.
It's.
It don't sound like great games. Thrifty just answered. I just answered. None of this. There's no games in this at all. It just says.
They did it so they didn't have to answer to anybody. Ain't that
Exactly. To get out of scrutiny. It's like, oh, you know what? I'm just not going to class anymore so the teacher can't criticize me. Oh my God. This is our securing capital. The massive deal structure provides immediate liquidity and a simplified ownership structure with deep-pocketed backers.
That's crazy. Okay,
Dude.
so Wara brings up a really good and funny point. He said he said that originally, am I the only one that's excited about or okay with, I don't know if he said excited or okay. Am I the only one okay basically with the purchase of EA? And Isu said probably. And he said gamers have complained how bad EA is for over 10 years. It's only up from here. Which, I mean, you know, I can at least see that train of thought.
They're gonna drop.
I mean?
I think EA turns into just E. They're gonna be called electronic. They're gonna drop the A.
No arts.
There's no arts. It's just electronic.
No, they'll be called EAI.
They're gonna be called Prince EA. Royalty. They got purchased by King's money. Prince royalty. That's it. Deep pocket backers, and basically so they don't have to answer to quarterly earnings.
We have all the money.
That don't sound like great games.
Yeah, no, that says we have all the
there's
money.
No pressure.
And can do fuck all.
Exactly. We got all the money, and we could just 50-30 comes out, and we don't care.
Just do
That's
nothing.
It. Because they got deep pockets. That's why I said these acquisitions, everybody seems to be getting. I don't know what the hell's going on, man. Everybody, like, it's like they're like done. People, the companies are done with gaming. I have no clue what they're doing.
Oh, man.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't either. And Laura, I think we're being a little facetious here. I think we're being a little tongue in cheek. I don't think we're making hard stances on what's happening with EA. We're joking around.
Well, wait a second. War One. I think that this means great games. I just read the reason why they sold them. They said they don't have to deal with pressures and they got deep pocketed backers. What did it say? What did it say? It said nothing in improving the shit Madden. It says high cash premium. Shareholders got paid. That was the immediate cash payout relief from public market pressures, and securing capital. There you go. That was the reason why they did it. Potential changes to future game development and creative direction. Oh yeah, let's see what they say about future games. I don't know, man. None of these acquisitions have yielded anything.
Not really. I mean, I think was the last. I don't know enough about when they bought certain things and when they didn't. Was the last really good acquisition that was like, really good, really profitable, and is still like trending the right direction? That would be Insomniac, right?
I was about to say the same. Yeah,
like
Insomniac was the only one.
I'm not missing another one, am I? Like there's that.
Well, that was a studio acquisition. I would say that was
true.
probably the best like studio acquisition.
That's true. It wasn't a full ass publisher.
No, the publisher that was been a disaster. Like the publisher,
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, the developer purchasing, like, just look at what Xbox did. All those they went on stage in 2018 and 2019 and touted all these studios they bought, and they released the game in 6 years, and then they shut them down. Like, how? And people are like, well, they would have been shut down prior to that, so Microsoft kept them open. Okay, so it was a delayed death rather than an immediate death. So, but.
Yeah, and that's why I said I think we lose. I think EA is going to end up losing about 20-30% of their staff. I think certain things are going to get trimmed out. And like I said, man, maybe this does leave room for like, hey, Frostbite System's going to do better and da-da-da, and like maybe it does move into stuff like that. Like it didn't with WWE, but maybe it will here. I mean,
he says I was reading an AI summary. What? No, I don't know. That was not in the AI summary. So I don't know. War, do you have like what? Like that was there a different reasoning? Is the Saudi says they wanted to make better Madden? Is there something like I don't know? You're saying I was reading AI summary. I was like, yeah, because I want to know why they purchased them, why they sold themselves off. It wasn't to make better games. That wasn't the reason. Did you hear that? I didn't hear that. I don't know. Thursday, did you hear it was to make better games, to make the games better, to come out with? It was for money. It was EA. It was an EA bailout. That's what it was. It was an EA bailout. They didn't want to be scrutinized for their shit margins, and they wanted to pay off everybody to go private, and they looked for a golden parachute, just like Activision.
Well, I mean,
that's why they did it. That don't sound like better games are coming from them.
That's what Tencent did with Ubisoft.
Exactly. And what have the results been? Have we got better games because of that?
Well, no, but we have business units and we have a way forward and we have. I mean, it depends. Do you consider the Black Flag Resync? I mean, that was probably from this. I'm
that was good. It was good.
I'm grasping
but
at this
it was.
Point. I'm grasping.
It was a good game. It was a good game. Black Flag was a great game, and they made it better. Like. That's okay. Like I don't see any of these acquisitions. It's all money. It's always money driven. It's business driven, but it's not. They're not seeking support to make games better or to do anything. It's to kind of get out of the business or not be accountable or to save a company that's dying. I guess to some of these developers, like I feel bad that these developers sold their souls to these Tencents and these other places just to be kind of used up. And what's sad is that the IPs that these developers were known for dies with the studios. And and I don't know why EA is doing this stuff. It was they haven't been doing anything crazy. I remember when EA was making tons of great games. It was with Dead. What was it? What was the horror game that they made before they ran down into the ground? EA was partnering with because EA published that, right? With what the hell was it? Dead Space. Was that EA published? They were doing that. Didn't EA publish that one?
Yeah, they did.
Before they ran into the ground. Yeah. So they were making tons of crazy games. That Army of Two, things like that. They've done some they were rolling, and then they even tried to
Unreal 2
do
was so
boxing.
good.
They tried to do boxing, but then they went to UFC, and UFC isn't, it is what it is. But they never did Fight Night again. Yeah, they just kind of dropped the ball, and maybe with this money that they release games because they want the money. But when you see they have deep pockets, are they that hungry to make great games to sell when they know that they could just kind of write it off? We always tease Microsoft like all that money in the world, unlimited budgets. What do we get from them? So unlimited budgets doesn't mean great stuff to me from experience that we've seen.
No, and we have seen also, if they did do this so they could get a little bit more freedom, if they did do this so they could get more money, more freedom, and you can take that to mean two things. One, you can take that to be the joking way that we did, where, hey, this is less accountability. It's this. That's what they... And very well, EA, listen, they don't like accountability anyways. So maybe that is exactly what it's there for. You could also take it as, hey, they are tired of the public trading floor being able to dictate what goes in their games, how frequently they have to make their games, what numbers that they have to hit. For years, people have been crying and screaming. I'm one of them. Give me a Madden 25 followed by a roster update 26 and a Madden 27. Give me a staggered approach to your sports games because, face it, we don't need a new one every year. We need a new roster update every year. Hell, Jez, you said it yourself. The biggest thing you were excited about for Madden this year was playing with the new rosters. But the game.
Oh yeah, that has nothing to do with Madden. It has to do with Giants doing stuff.
Right. It's the same game though. So maybe we do move to something like that. I doubt it, but there are a ton of possibilities here. And just wanted to kind of touch on that.
Yeah, I was looking here. Jason Schreier said that it could lead to mass layoffs, more aggressive monetization, and other big cost-cutting measures. Chris String says that the nature of this buyout was also mean a very hands-on approach from the investment group. Private equity firms are typically aggressive in their management of companies. So this deal is a consolidation, no question. I wonder whether new ownership optimizes for the safe bet. So we could see kind of an Asha approach where they see all this overhead at EA and they start just chipping away at all the fluff.
Yeah, that's why I said about 20-30%.
Yeah, and then the thing is, then you sit there and going just like what Asha did. She neutered all the studios, and it's like, oh no, they're going to make great games with two dudes standing at id. It's like, how, if this company comes in there and says, all right, cut all these people, and then now this is what we got. Are you ready to make games and staff up when you just got rid of all this talent? See, this is why this consolidation shit never works out, because they come in there, they just see money and people and cost, and they say, chop it out. And like what Asha did, she was cutting out all the artists, the programmers, the this, the that, and then she's like, oh, we're gonna make great games. With who? With what? With contractors? With temps? You just let go of people 25 years of building games, threw them to the curb, and now you're gonna say, oh, now we're in the business of making games. You got rid of the people. Because you didn't know who you were. You didn't know what to utilize with that talent there. Rather than repurposing them, and use and maybe manage them better to their strengths, and see what they have to design. Maybe spin them off into an indie part that can be creative and do something like that. No, they cost money. We don't need them. Get rid of them. Double Fine was making all this crazy shit. You said we don't want any of that crazy shit. After you went out and bought them. You didn't even see what Double Fine can offer. You didn't even try to see maybe we could do something with them different. In my management, Asha said, I don't want nothing to do with them. You're good. And then guess what happened? They went independent and they laid off about 20 people, 1/3 of their friggin' company. So this is where I see where these consolidations have not yielded results for games, for us as customers.
I mean, dude, look
this
at
is
Bungie.
helping the parachutes. Look at Bungie.
Look at Bungie.
Look at that. Talking about robbery. Holy shit. They talked a big game and made Sony, and Sony said, oh yeah, we'll buy you. Come evaluate our multiplayer games. What a disaster that shit was. What a disaster.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that was a horrible acquisition. And Sony's still paying what? Would they pay those residual costs or some shit like that? Like, it's so crazy. I don't like any of this acquisition shit. I've hated it. I think it's a waste of time. It's just news, but it has not been what it used to be. You know, when people bought companies, they got that IP, they did something with it. Now they just shut it down and they're just like, goodbye. Like, and I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't happen with EA, but again, it's a private company now. They don't have to answer to any stakeholders or anything like that. So they could shut down the whole goddamn division. It doesn't matter. They don't have to answer to stockholders. They paid them out. 210 million of stock, 210 of stock. Shut up. Now we can neuter the hell out of them. We can close down half the goddamn company if we see fit. And we have to answer to anybody because we're private. This is scary shit. So that's why I'm just saying, like, that's, you know, I'm not no analyst, but from a customer, it's not exciting.
Yeah, I do think it's going to be met with, you know, layoffs. It's going to be met with game projects getting canceled. Like, we've seen this before, man. It's Sony, it's Microsoft, it's Tencent, it's what's the other big one?
Use your eyeballs, Thrifty, right? We've seen this before, Wara. See, that's what we're saying.
What's the other one?
We've seen it before, so I appreciate you're hopeful about it, but
Tencent?
What I'm saying is we've seen this shit. Tencent, Embracer Group.
That's it. Thank you.
Embracer.
Yeah.
Embracer.
I'm still pissed at them for killing Deus Ex. Kiss
yeah, right?
Like,
gone.
I'm still pissed at them for killing Deus Ex, but like, and that's what's going to happen. And it's going to be a fallout. It's going to be this and that. But Saudi has been, over the past several years, trying to get their hands on the larger markets in the world. Movies, video games, entertainment sectors, things like that. They did golf. They have tried to put themselves out there. Even though a lot of the things are actually outlawed in their country. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. It is pretty crazy that they have now entered into this, and they didn't enter in with somebody small or with somebody who was in massive jeopardy of shutting down. I know that EA's financials are seemingly in the shitter most of the time, but then they release a game and hey, all of a sudden they go up. So like, they've been able to pay the bills. They would have been able to pay the bills. But Saudi came in and like, they got a big dog in it. Like, I'm not one of these people who are going to sit here and say that EA is complete trash and that they don't sell games and that they can't make money and blah, blah, blah. Because EA has people coming back on a yearly basis to buy the new Madden roster and then to play the Ultimate Team. And that's all they do. That's it. That's their game. That's all they do. They make a crap ton of money off of that player, and there's a lot of them out there. And so I think the deal ultimately will be fine. I think it does present itself, though, in 2 years as a net negative, and then I think after that is when they start kind of turning the corner, because I think over the next 2 years we'll see that 20 to 30% reduction in staff and all that.
Yeah. Well, they made sure the deal closed right before Madden.
Yeah,
let the deal close. We gotta get our Madden money.
Oh man.
But we'll see. But I'm just saying, based off of what we've seen, it's I don't know. Yeah. I see these things.
Big acquisitions don't usually end up in a good spot.
Well, it's also for the acquisition. We've seen this so many times where the company being acquired is like hanging on. Like, you know, they're not in a good situation, then hence why they want to be sold. Activision was that as well. Like, they were not in a good way, and they were like, somebody buy us, somebody bail us out. And EA could have been like, you know, we don't want to get pressure from our quarterly things. Like, we gotta, you know, our stockholder, we're gonna lose them. All stakeholders are gonna just like, sell and leave. So let's keep them around, or let's pay them out. I don't know. Like, you know, they're always, it's never like a merger, you know, where it's like two big conglomerates come together, and yes, you'll have layoffs there, but at least you have the union of ideas and stuff. It's always like a bailout. Like these studios they were gonna close anyway. Xbox he was like retiring, and he's like, well, I guess I'll stay now. Microsoft just bought us. Like they're always just kind of like these bailouts, which, you know, they lose the control, and then basically the one who's bailing them out says, I control you now.
Yep,
but
we will definitely see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I think EA needs to get back into making kind of like campaign stuff, like single player things, like some cool, you know, story based things as well, rather than just the sports and, you know, Battlefield. I think EA needs to get more, and I think they did great with those indie stuff, like It Takes Two and those things like that. Like they did great, and I'm sure that made them a lot, like some money too, like the hell EA indies. But you know, you can still do your sports and Battlefield, but you definitely EA needs to be doing some different stuff. So, yeah, I don't know, man.
I like what they're doing with the Jedi stuff, but they need.
Yeah.
I want to see like another
Star
one.
Wars,
like this. Yeah, like you give me something else. Like see if you can make a new IP, something like that.
They making Speed Racer? Is that theirs? They making the Racer game that comes out? Is that them publishing that? The Star Wars Pod Racer. I'm sorry, Pod Racer.
I have no earthly. Yes, aren't they?
They should be, right?
Galactic
Star
Racer,
Wars,
Star
right?
Wars Galactic Racer. It's called
Galactic
Galactic Racer.
Yeah, Galactic Racer. It's developed by Fuse Games and published by Secret Mode.
Not an EA game.
Nope.
That's interesting. So I guess they still only retain the title for. I think they only retain the title still then for Jedi, or the the license.
And who know? And with you know, what's his name passing away? Like, what is Respawn too? Like, have we even heard? Like, what's up with them?
Sorry, I got distracted. Our 3D printer decided to have a filament get stuck.
Oh, I love my 3D printer. Oh shit, dude, yeah, it's a headache.
I saw the.
Which one you have? You have an amber cubic, a cubic?
Bamboo Lab A1.
Oh yeah, that's the best one. Yep. There it is. I love it.
We got the A1, and
yes.
So yeah, I got the notification. I was like, wait, what's going on? So I had to. The
A1, the mini or the other one, the main one.
No, it's the full A1.
Nice. Did you get the multicolor?
You mean the multi-arm?
Yeah.
Yes.
The color
I'm not brave enough to put it on top. Like there's a
I won't do it. I put it on the side
of the thing, and it's sitting right next to the side.
No, I put mine on the side. But that's why I printed all my stuff. All my 3D prints are from that thing. It's incredible.
Yeah, we found out that we can't use the fan in the office when the filament is printing, unless it is the bamboo filament. All the others will do this like real like weird spider webbing thing. Because the fan is cooling it off too quick.
Oh.
And so, like...
it was not adhere to the plate?
Correct. Well, no, it'll adhere to the plate, but then, like, the next 2 layers, after that, it starts to just, like, string out everything because it's not actually adhering because the fan is, like, in our office,
is it blowing right on it?
It blows pretty much right on it, yeah.
Oh, no.
So...
Yeah, because I ran into some things, like, it's also... they have not the glue sticks, but there's like the stuff you get for Amazon where it's like a clear adhesive where you could kind of rub it on the thing. Oh, it just finished my print. I was printing out.
Oh, I heard it.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah,
that's just
funny. No, it's so cool. I printed out these little ice cream cones fidgets, and then I'm buying the fragrance to kind of make them smell like vanilla and strawberry and stuff like that for the kids. Because I have a chocolate one that's really cool. Like, it smells like hot cocoa, so I make all my stuff smell like hot cocoa. It's just an oil, like fragrant oil. They put it in soaps and stuff, but you buy it and just put it on the plastic stuff. It's pretty cool.
Wait, you can put that crap on the filament?
No, I just put it on the finished product. You don't put it on the filament. You just put it on the finished product. Put the oil on it, with the filament. But yeah, if you have any questions, man, I've been printing those things for over 2 years now. I love them. I've done so many. I did the wood. Like I did the bamboo wood, the glow in the dark filament.
Yeah, I haven't done much. It's actually my kids. So like, I've
Yeah,
printed.
it's yours. It's yours.
I printed a PS5 like controller holder to test
Yeah.
out our multicolor filament, and I apparently had the setting wrong. So instead of like being the cool multicolor look, it just looks like lines. And so it's like little like thick lines. I'll take a picture of it later. I printed a PS5 platinum trophy.
Yes, I've seen that.
That was cool. Printed that.
I've seen
guy.
that model.
Anyways, speaking of printing things, and I don't know how I'm going to segue into this, but I'm tired. I want to go to bed now. So,
All right, go to bed.
Jez, where can folks find you, man?
Oh, you know, Gaming Grindhouse Monday nights. Gonna be streaming some stuff this week. Definitely Marvel Token is tomorrow, and Gears Beta. I pre-downloaded that too, so it's gonna be hopefully a fun weekend. I'll do some streaming. Probably not Friday night, but maybe Saturday night and maybe tomorrow night. Definitely tomorrow night I'll do some Token, we'll say.
Guys,
And then Monday nights.
go follow him, check him out. Best freaking solo show you will find online, bar none, hands down, period, end of story. If you are there for if you want a good time, you want to hang out, you want to have a great time, go over to his channel, check that out. Yeah, God, man, we've known each other for 4 years now, I think, maybe 5.
That's right, man.
God,
a long time.
6, because we knew each other from the start of the PS5 gen.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
6
yeah.
years.
As we went on
Dude.
all these podcasts back then. So I met you.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. Hit that like button, everyone.
Real quick, we do have next week's show, and moving forward will be on Thursdays. So we are going to be Thursday, 8:45, same time, same place. No big deal there. And then I can't remember which show. I think the 23rd. Let me pull up the calendar real quick. I should have this wrote down. My bad. The calendar, the 27th, we have our very first Mount Rushmore night. And so that is going to be all confirmed. Everybody's confirmed this. It's myself, Innate, Josh, and Logic for the first one. And what it's going to be is we're going to discuss franchises. And I'm thinking about having us do it in a snake draft format. So everybody gets 4. But we're going to do a snake draft where it's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if somebody takes your franchise, you got to come up with another one. So I think we might do like a top 4 draft for like franchises in gaming. And this is going to be heavily person slanted, but I do believe that we will have some overlap. And so I think that'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, that's going to be a great time. Josh and I are streaming Final Fantasy XIV every Tuesday. Come on, join us if anybody wants to come in with us. Ace is going to join us hopefully next Tuesday. Hopefully we can get him in. And there's a special spot in the Discord if you're looking to jump in and play some Final Fantasy XIV. We're going to be working on that. And so, yeah, guys, thanks again for the night. We had 45 people in here, I think, at one point. So it's just steadily getting better every week. And heck, the live stream for gaming, like I said earlier, had 75 people in. That's crazy. Awesome. That's the most I've ever had on a gaming live stream. So it was great. And yeah, just hit the like button, do all the things that make the dings, and everybody have a good night. And yeah, we will catch you on the next one.